Well, yeah, obviously, and like you said, it was your first time and kind of like the proper other
Yeah.
than Bosnia. I want to ask about Iraq because I did hear in your Team House interview you were talking about that a little bit. So, does the SAS, you specifically, are you guys in that opening stage in '03, or did you come in a little later? Like, what was your timeline when you showed up in Iraq?
Oh, we were there first. Yeah, we were there like we deployed 19th of March 2003 was our deployment date before mounted our forward mountain base was Jordan. So we went across the border from Jordan on the 19th of March. Slightly before. So we were on the ground before anybody really. Um, there was two squadrons, B squadron and D squadron went to Iraq.
And you're in
I
one of
was B
those two.
squadron, yeah.
So
I
you
was B
wow,
squadron,
so you're
yeah.
actually in the first SAS guys that crossed the border from Jordan into Iraq.
Yeah, that was a
That's
painful call.
wild.
That was a painful conversation really because, and this is a bit of a piss take from the guys because we were the last ones to use the old Land Rovers. So before the new vehicles came in, we still used the old World War II Land Rovers. So they were fucking, you know, they could hardly stay on the road, these things. We actually had to take a mechanic with us. So we took this guy from the Remy, a guy called John, who ended up being a legend in his own lunchtime in the Remy because he was like behind enemy lines with a Sabre squadron. First time it had ever happened. But we needed he was really worth his weight in gold because he was a vehicle mechanic that if he hadn't been there, we'd have been fucked. We really would have been because he kept the vehicles going. All these and you think that the British SAS. Don't get me wrong, they looked really cool in pictures. They looked amazing. They're really cool, but so unreliable. So we got the orders, and my vehicle was Bravo 80, and Bravo 80 was first to cross the border. So we're blowing a hole in this bun line. We're clearing anything that might have been there at the time, any resistance that might have been there, checkpoints or whatever. We were clearing the path, and our vehicle was going to be the first vehicle to cross. So I was like, we're going to be the first vehicle into Iraq. How cool is that, right? And when we were just about to cross the border, the fucking vehicle broke down and we had to get the mechanic. We actually ended up being last to cross the border and we were being towed by the next vehicle. And we never lived that down because we were gloating about it, saying we were going to be first to cross the border, first in and all that. And then it ended up we were dead last. So it was painful. And that was the kind of flavor of things really to start with. But, we kept going and the vehicles were kept going, but it wasn't an ideal situation. But again, this is one of those things.